So this is the New Balance Propel V5 and it's coming in this New Balance navy colorway, and I purchased these as part of two different versions, one being a lighter blue color and this one being the darker blue. This one is the men's version whilst the other one was the women's version, and just wanted to see, you know, the difference. I suppose the women's version was cheaper, so it's at £60, whilst this one was £72, reduced from £120. So ideally I want to keep the cheaper ones, and just want to see what the difference was, because obviously sometimes with women's sneakers they tend to be sort of more narrow on the outside of the trainer. So obviously if that was the case, and had like problems with my Vomero 17s that I had, where I had like problems on the outrigger side of my forefoot, and so that one gave me sort of pain after like 20 minutes of use and on both sides of the sneakers. So for me, I then picked these ones up, like I said, on the cheap. And so these were originally released in 2024, and it's part of the Propel lineage. Obviously this one being in version 5, and made as a running shoe really. You can use this for casual as well. And these trainers are in particular sort of complementing sort of natural movement and giving sort of energy return. So with the details, this one comes in a New Balance navy and light Arctic grey and white colourway. And it also has a fly plate running through the middle of the midsole. You can sort of see that here. That's the blue part here and blue part here, and that kind of gives you more sort of rigidity and also support. And it also has a fuel cell midsole, which is to give you that sort of propulsive feel, so that kind of energy return. And with this one, I'd say it's more slightly on the firmer side than what you'd get on a Rebel V4. They've still got a bit of squishy factor to it, but the stack height isn't as much. I think it's around about 6 mils, and so for me it's fine. It works. And it has a rubber outsole. I'm not sure how durable that would be, but you know, it's one of those ones where it's similar to all the others. And it has textile materials on the upper, so you can sort of see that here. It's almost like that fly knit type of material, which is better than the Rebel V4s, which is kind of more of a nylon lightweight material. And the price of these is £120. So with the comfort and sizing, like I said earlier, it's on the medium side, very sort of neutral on foot. That's kind of how they've been sold as. And what I would say is the midsole does have a bit of squishiness to it, and it does have a bit of give, but most of the time it's very sort of neutral on foot, which I actually prefer. And it also has sort of neutral arch support as well, so there's no, you know, arch support in terms of like being too sort of much on these types of trainers. And usually with high foam stack sneakers, it's more kind of sort of on the minimal side. And I would recommend going up a full size on these, and with this one I went up half size, and if it's fine. My toe comes to about here, pretty much the same as the women's version, which is a full size up. So I'll be keeping the women's version for now, but this one, you know, is fits fine as long as I went half size up. I think if I went true to size it would be too tight. I think if you're in the US, I think true to size probably should work for you. And no wear in time for these. I think they're pretty good to go out of the box. Like I said, the upper is quite sort of forgiving and quite sort of easy to wear, and so forth the midsole as well. And the traction is good. I think, you know, I don't know how much it will be in terms of durability, and like I said with the other pair as well, with like the midsole, I'm not sure whether that will split. I've seen sort of pictures online of this sort of splitting. So yeah, just one of those things to sort of watch, but not that many people saying that, but you know, there's a fair few people saying that as well at the same time. So with the look and style, it comes in this sort of neutral blue colourway, like I said earlier, and it's a good one for all seasons. It's one of those sort of trainers that you can wear sort of casually, like I said, because there isn't too much sort of give on the midsole. I don't think you'll get fatigue from having too much softness compared to some of the other, I suppose, higher range trainers. And a good one for sort of casual wear really. Like I said, it's not a formal wear sneaker, and it's got sort of the blue laces in there, but you can also put in a pair of white. So with the pros, I like the neutral colourway overall. I think it's nice and just sort of simple for a running shoe. And like I said, the comfort, I just like that neutral kind of comfort. I'm still trying to find the right sort of, I suppose, recipe for myself in terms of running, because I don't tend to run too much, and I've decided to sort of try and run a little bit more than, you know, every other day. So for me, it feels fine on foot, and I think, you know, I'll see how these ones go with, you know, having sort of more of a neutral stance and not kind of pronating or supinating one way or the other. And I do like the energy return on this as well. It's not like amazing, but it's good enough for what I need, especially for sort of light jogs. And because of the fact that the fuel cell has got this softer material, it's good for the joints as well. So both sides, the front side and the back, you know, it gives you that sort of impact protection as well. With the cons, like I said, the sizing issue, that's an issue for me. I think they're a bit on the smaller side than the normal, fit quite sort of snug. And I think the outsole, so like I said, partly to do with the durability of this rubber, but also, you know, whether this split design has any issues, because obviously it's got the fly plate running in there, so I'm not sure whether it's the fly plate that's kind of giving pressure on here, or whether it's just a defect in the trainer itself, but time will tell, I guess. With the ratings, I'm going to give the look a star 4. You know, it's fine, it does the job. Comfort, I'm going to give that a 4 as well. It's not as nice as some of the other higher range sneakers, such as the Invincible 1.3 or like the Pegasus, you know, those kind of things. At Rebel V4 is probably slightly softer, but you know, still up there, I guess. And the quality, I'll give that 4 as well. It's not like amazing quality, but it does the job for what it is. And the pricing, I'm going to give that 5. I think for £120 is pretty reasonable for what you get. And that's why overall I'm going to give the score a 4. I think, you know, as a sort of solid performer for just sort of casual running and everyday running, I think these should be fine and serve you well. And the fact that you can pick them up pretty much for near half price is a good thing. So, you know, definitely worth grabbing for that much.